Hey guys, it's Greg at Vanguard Motor Sales. Man, I got my favorite car in here today, 2021 GT500, just under 500 miles on this baby. She is black and she is beautiful. Man, take a look at this gorgeous car. Now, everybody that knows me knows I've been driving one of these around for the last 4 years, and a matter of fact, the one I just got done driving was black. This isn't it. Mine's got a couple more miles on it. This baby's got less than 500 miles on that 760 horsepower, big 5.2, great big supercharger sitting on top, and she is looking slick as can be. Now this is the carbon fiber track pack edition, so she's got the carbon fiber wheels, the carbon fiber wing, the handling package, I mean everything on this thing. She's a rocket ship, man. Absolutely love these cars, and I plan on driving one again next summer. That's how much I love them. Check out the interior on this thing. Now what's really cool about this thing is it actually looks like a Mustang inside. You see the dash, the way everything's configured. I mean, obviously it looks like a 2021 Mustang, but she is cool as can be. Now the track pack cars did not come with a back seat. They wanted to save that little bit of weight, get you down the track a little bit faster. But she is just a blast to drive. I mean, it is just absolutely gorgeous. Now there's a ton of settings on this. If you go to YouTube, there's a bunch of guys out there that know how to do all the different settings on it. Now I drive mine back and forth to work. I go to the grocery store in it. I go look at cars, but I don't know which button opens the trunk. There's actually a little button under here that opens the trunk also. There's a car cover in here. There is no spare on this car, so don't have a flat tire. Those tires are so wide they don't fit in the spare. So now look down the side of this thing. You want to talk about sharp? Man, I absolutely love it. Now I've had 4 different colors of these, and I gotta say the black has been the most popular. I know when I had the red one, I said it was a red one, but I hadn't had a black one yet. I tell you, and one thing you gotta get used to, going down the expressway, everybody wants to race you when they see this thing. Now guys, we don't do any consignment. That means we own this car, and a lot of you may be wondering what that means to you. Most classic car dealers sell on consignment. They sell just about anything that'll roll through the door, and they don't know much about the cars. Finding a Vanguard quality car isn't easy. Our team of 15 buyers review thousands of vehicles each month. Our inspectors travel all over the country to handpick each of our cars, which saves you time, money, and frustration. Think of us as your expert hands, eyes, and ears to make sure that you end up with the highest quality car. We have almost 50 team members here at Vanguard, and every one of us is a gearhead. Growing up around the Motor City, all of our families worked in the auto industry. I grew up working in the garage with my dad, and we worked on countless classics over the years. Around here, cars are a way of life. It's GT500 time, baby. 760 horse, sounding amazing. Now, I know I've told you guys 1,000 times that I'm on my 4th one of these. I probably got more miles in one of these than a lot of people. So I've got about 100,000 miles behind the wheel of one of these. And I mean, I absolutely love them. Super, super cool car. Fast as grease lightning, sounds amazing, handles amazing. Now one thing about the handling I want to let you know is with these Michelin tires, it's got a little harder ride. It's obviously a race car tire, and I actually run Continentals on mine, the Extreme, and they do a little better in the rain, and they're a little softer sidewall on them, so you don't feel as many of the bumps and everything. But it's got all kind of settings on it. It's got launch control, it's got line lock, and all the controls are down here on the dash. You can also turn traction control off. Advanced track, you just hold up on the button for about 5 seconds. Then I always drive mine in sport mode, which you click that button up twice once you get in your car. That gives you a little better exhaust and a little better tune on the transmission and that. And then what I like to do going down the expressway, if you're coming up on somebody and you're catching them pretty quick and you don't want to tap the brake, you can just hit that down shift paddle there, and it'll downshift and you'll slow down. And then in about, I don't know, 30 seconds or whatever, it goes right back to shifting normally on you. And if you want to rev it up, if you pull in on both pedals, it's like putting it in neutral, which is kind of cool. So guys, we can deliver this car anywhere in the world. You just give us a call at 248-974-9513. Tom will tell you how easy it is to park this dream in your driveway. And I tell you what, I've had a blast driving these things. Just absolutely, I think it's the coolest car out there, especially for the money. I mean, you got to compare this to all these supercars and everything. I love it. And I'd love to have you come visit us. Check out our inventory. We're here Monday through Friday. We're close to the airport if you need to fly in. We'd love to have you. We'll even send a driver down to pick you up. Now we're gonna go back to the shop and we're gonna put this thing up in the air so you can see all the engineering, everything on the bottom side. Then we'll pop the hood, take a look at that 5.2 horse up front. Tell you, I absolutely love it. And to figure out all the settings and that, the best thing is to go to YouTube. There's a bunch of young guys out there know how to push all the buttons and everything, and get you in all the different modes. The dash changes. You can change the color of the lights and the setup on the dash and how the gauges come up. I mean, you can do pretty much anything that you can think of. So stick with us. We're going to head back to the shop right now. We're located right here in the Motor City at 15100 Keel Street in Plymouth, Michigan. This building is where our team of 15 world-class mechanics inspect and improve every one of our cars. All of our work is done in-house. Our mechanics only service the vehicles we sell. We start with a thorough inspection and test drive. Then our team gets to work. We take the time to learn each car and fix the things that I would fix if it was mine. If that means the engine needs to come out, then it comes out. When you purchase a classic car from an auction or another dealer, in most cases it hasn't been inspected or serviced. You may be in for some unpleasant surprises. At Vanguard, we save you from the headaches that cost you time and money by handling this process for you. Right down the road is our 40,000 square foot indoor showroom. This building is climate controlled and houses over 100 amazing vehicles. We're constantly bringing in new inventory, so you never know what might show up tomorrow. So we're underneath the Mustang now, and it is just as clean as you'd expect. 21 model, everything looking beautiful. I mean, the suspension on these things are amazing. Can you imagine how much torque these babies take? Yeah, they take a lot, 760 horses worth. I tell you, she is beautiful under here. You can see the exhaust hasn't been run very long because it's still got like a plastic kind of paper tag. Looks like 373 gear in here. It's independent suspension. It does have an oil cooler on the rear end too. A little sensor back here to tell you what the temp is up there on your dash. You can see everything under here just clean, clean, clean. Now we have a lot of people ask us about the little scrapes you see in the paint right here. Well, every Mustang that we've sold has those. I'm thinking that's where they're sitting on the robots or the assembly line or whatever. But you can go back through our sold inventory and you can see that on every one of the cars. Everything just clean as can be. Now we do have a couple of fine scratches here, which once you get this thing out on the road, you'll realize any driveway or anything that you pull in, the splitter does scrape on that. And I'll tell you what I did with one of mine. I actually hit half a semi-truck tire, went right over the top of it, didn't hurt this at all. So it's pretty darn tough. And then of course we got the carbon fiber wheels because this is the carbon fiber edition. Then the Michelins, these are the Pilot Sport Cup 2s. And yes, they're 305 30 20s. And of course you can see those gigantic Brembo brakes. What's cool is when the wheel's spinning, isn't that? You can see those brakes real cool. Now you look down the side of it again, just that black is beautiful. All the ground effects looking good. You can see all that primer they put on here. And you know, I had an 18 Mustang years ago, obviously, and I drove that one 90,000 miles. And of course, we hosed off the bottom every now and then, and that 18 looked just like that. I mean, it's amazing how much that holds up. Now out back, these are 315 30 20s, and again, we got the Brembo brakes back here. Well, we're gonna lower it down and look at all that horsepower. Here she is, baby, all 760 horses of Predator motor, 5.2 liter. Back in the day, you remember 5.2 is just a little over 300 cubic inches. So remember back in the day, you used to try to get 1 horsepower per cubic inch. Now we're up close to 3. Isn't that amazing? This thing is a monster. Love it. They've signed every one of them up here on the supercharger. So they're hand-built motors. The guy who builds them signs his name to it. This shock tower brace is magnesium. We got carbon fiber composite up here. I mean, of course, you know, this is all stock. I don't see anything been changed. Now, the oil separator usually comes in the trunk in a box, and it looks like somebody has installed this one. You know, that's basically for racing. Takes the vapor out of the motor and a little bit of oil that comes out in the vapor, it shoots it right back in the motor. Power brakes, power steering, anti-lock brakes, it's got it all, man. This thing is amazing. As you can tell, I absolutely love them. And it sucks that winter is here and I gotta start driving my truck. But guys, we'll park this dream in your driveway. You just give us a call at 248-974-9513 and let Vanguard Motor Sales park it in your drive.